Right, okay, I've just tried sitting there playing around with a couple of settings on Streamlabs to see if I can get my live stream working a little bit better. So yeah, might carry on doing a little bit more work for a little bit just to see if they've helped. So I want to design a little otter character friend to go with my little fisherman friend illustrations that I want to do. So I'm going to get out a nice little sketchbook from down here. Right, let me see if I can find a nice page in my sketchbook. Turn this over. So yeah, I want to design a little character that goes with this little bear one, and I want to base it on this little river otter, or this little fellow here. Luckily I've drawn him on a separate piece of paper, so I can yeah, sit and use him as inspiration whilst I'm designing a little fisherman character. So I kind of imagine him having some like yellow raincoat on, possibly also maybe having some yellow wellies or something, a yellow rain hat. For some reason I really want him to have like a suitcase or like a fisherman's trunk or something like that. So yeah, I'm just going to sit and kind of, oh god, I got my headphones all caught around my face. I'm just going to sit and doodle this for a little bit. I don't know if the internet is going to work very well during this, so sorry if it does keep crashing out all the time. Yeah, I wasn't quite ready to actually give up on tonight's drawing session, so hopefully it might work a little bit better because I've been fiddling with some of the settings. But yeah, right, okay, so what things am I noticing about Mr. Otter that I can use? I'm just going to fold this so I can rest it here. What can I use as inspiration for my little character design? I think first thing I need to do really is actually sharpen my pencil. I'm just going to use a brown pencil. I do have normal pencils lying around, but I just feel like it's quite nice sometimes to use like a soft colouring pencil when doing like colouring character designs. See if I can find a nice sharpener. Right, okay, so I also at some point want to do an actual canvas painting of this little otter where I do him surrounded by little flowers and stuff like that, like flowers that you commonly find down at the river. But for today I'm just going to design a little character. I might do the thumbnail, or might just quickly sketch out a thumbnail of the little otter canvas painting that I want to do. But yeah, right, so they've got quite little heads compared to their bodies, really cute eyes. I always draw, if I want something to look cute on the eye front, I always make them bigger. Little fairly triangular nose or muzzle, and then a little ear. So yeah, because he's a character, I don't have to make him look 100% like an original. Let's find a centre line. For some reason I really imagine this little otter having like a little kingfisher friend. So I might actually do like a little cartoony kingfisher at some point as well. What is going on my computer? There's like all sorts of things opening. Right, so let's give him. Now I always imagine him having quite like wide ish like light bulb shape, so they're quite thin at the top, so I might kind of exaggerate that a little bit. Okay, let's give him a bit more of a exaggerate that part of his body where his lower half is a lot more wider. They do have quite big feet, and I discovered yesterday quite big hands as well, so I might exaggerate that a little bit. I don't want to make it sillily exact. Might find first of all that I kind of over exaggerate too much and have to tone back some of the bits that I'm exaggerating. Like you can't have overly big feet and overly big body and stuff like that. Seriously, what is going on with my computer? Keeps opening everything in sight. Right, so his arms. I definitely know I want to give him a hat. I've got a thing about putting characters in hats at the moment. Don't know what type of hat, just know I want it on its head. Have it so it's balancing on his ears. Put that ear in the right place. I think I'm going to tone down the size of his feet because I've drawn them slightly too big. I know they are big feet, but I think you just got to be careful not when you're doing like a character to not over exaggerate too much, so you kind of pick a couple of features. How is my internet going now? Not great. Right, okay, well that's a start on my little otter friend. So what if I keep the idea of his kind of big bum but squish the rest of him in a little bit so he's like a tiny otter. Leg, quite like the fact of still giving him quite big feet, so let's do that. Neck, flatten his head a bit, give him some puffy cheeks because this little otter here has got some nice puffy cheeks. Ear, nose, sort of exaggerating his bum a bit more because on this bit it's quite exaggerated. No, I like him. I do like you as well. It's like they could be part of the same otter family. One of them could be a parent, the other could be something else. Sorry, I keep trying to fiddle around with my internet settings a bit. So irritating at me, and it doesn't seem to be working very well recently. As I say, I was going to give up on this live stream, but I took a because I was in a bit of a grumpy mood about my internet not working, but then I took a little breath and I was like, no, carry on, because I was going to carry on doing work anyway, so I was like, well, I might as well carry on live streaming it. And the internet might pick up, might not. I love the fact that they've got quite like long and thin bodies, because it gives you something to exaggerate and to play with. Could have put him in like, do fishermen wear dungaree things? They possibly do. It must look like it's about to give you a hug. Okay. How else could could I play around with the shape of his body? Let's work on a triangle basis maybe. So this one, everything could be quite sharp. Move his body up a bit. Made his leg bar, his neck far too exaggerated. No, I don't really like that one. No, he's definitely still in the lead at the moment, Mr. Otter. I've got to try and make him look like a fisherman in a minute, but I'm just kind of getting the basic shape of them first. Let's actually draw one similar position to what I've already drawn him. Let me move him down a little bit. Or up a little. Right, okay, so let's exaggerate slightly his hip. Give him a tail. Kind of like give him a bit of a sort of nearly a diamond shaped head. Giving him quite a big, over exaggerated like thigh leg. Could have a hat again. Oh, it's almost like he's wearing clown shoes. Whoops. Didn't actually mean to draw us for that on that. no, I still like this one. So, okay, because I like these two, so I think what I'm going to do is just going to grab a little black pen. I might just lighten up the sketches that I've done in brown pencil if I can find my rubber. I can, that's good. So I'm just going to lighten up this little doodle, and then with my black pen I'm going to go in and I'm going to kind of correct some of the marks on my two favourite ones, and then we can use them to start actually developing this little otter character, I think. So I'm going to start off with his nose. I'm going to look at this reference just to give me ideas about what shape to do my little character's nose. Shouty. A little tiny little grin. How can I do his eyes? I'm just going to grab a pencil. Got to be careful not to make him look too bearish. I think the main way to make him not look too bearish is to flatten out the top of his head a little bit. I'm going to ignore the hat for now. I just want to get the shape of the character's head right. Still looking a little bit bearish rather than otterish. Okay, sort of hate that one, so we'll move on to this one. So what I've learnt from that one is I don't think it needs to have too much fluff coming down to his neck. I know there's a bit of fluff on there, but quite like the fact that I can give him eyebrows. So it'll eventually help with any expressions and stuff. his neck even thinner. Right, okay, I think I'm going to stick to this little character design. So where did I put my little brown pencil? What I want to do now is actually flesh out the little design a little bit more, because I've got to actually make him look like he's gone. And actually I just need to kind of figure out what his character shapes are. So I'd say he's got like a almost like a love heart shaped head, because then what that will then help me do is if I want to draw him in different positions, I can draw his head like bending forward and stuff like that. Done in quite a big nose, triangle muzzle, and then the rest of his body is kind of like a triangle, but then a light shape, light bulb shape. Little legs, rectangle for legs, triangle for feet, little T-Rex hands. Okay, so I think I want to go back to using my little brown pencil. I could use purple one. Right, so if I use him, do it on a scrap piece of paper. I feel like I want to do it on a scrap piece of paper because then I can have my original sketch and a little character design in front of me. Okay, let me just grab some scrap art paper. Right, so got to make him look like a little fisherman character in a minute. So let's try and draw him so that he's in a similar position to my original reference. So heart-shaped head, sort of flattened out a bit. His nose. And then was any kind of shape for his neck. Then sort of light bulb shape where a bit of his body is fatter. Okay. Teeny tiny arms. Big foot. Okay. Right, so I need to make him look like a little fisherman character. So I can start perhaps giving him some clothing maybe. I think I made his ears stick out too far. Do I make him, I might make him wear a raincoat. Let's wear a little raincoat, Mr. Otter Man. Okay. Fairly big hands. I've done them quite little on him, didn't I? I think it works better with big hands because I quite like the fact they've got big hands. Little tail coming out of there. Bring his collar round. Bit of a fishing rod.